Today we're going to talk about 3 mistakes that singers commonly make that get in the way of musical expression. So musical expression, it can feel elusive, or it can feel like something that you easily can focus on, but that somehow the vocals aren't lining up. So what I tend to see in my practice as well as in my own experience is that sometimes it can feel like a trade-off. Like you either have this very good technique and then you lose your vocal expression, or you can express emotion really well through a song, but your technique is off. These are 2 very common pitfalls. So I'm going to tell you about the 3 things that I typically see and then what you can do to work on those things. My name's Kate. I've been singing formally for over 30 years. I'm a classically trained singer and a vocal coach. Throughout my own journey, I've dealt with a lot of the issues that I speak about on this channel. So if you are looking for a way to not only sing better, but to find your authentic voice and sing with that, you're in the right place. So the first thing that I see is that sometimes people, singers, focus more on artistry than authenticity. They might be sitting down, playing music, playing all the time, training their voice, working on the technical things, and then they go to sing and they have like a good performance. It connects emotionally, or they're feeling like they're emoting, but there's something missing. Like the voice is not quite lined up well. You run into problems with strain, with your range, with your tone. Things are inconsistent. I think the reason for this, and I see this with a lot of singers have not yet found their authentic voice. What do I mean by authentic voice? Your authentic voice is when your instrument is working in integrity, when you have good breath support, when you have a nice natural tone that's unique to you, when you have a nice resonance in your voice, when you have a range that can expand and contract, and that these things are consistent, and that when you go to sing, it's also consistent. You're not wondering what version of your voice is going to come out that day. You're not sounding completely different when you're warming up than when you go to do your repertoire. That's what I mean by authentic voice. It's like the unique shape of your instrument, and that's physically when everything is working in integrity, your pitch, your tone, your breath support, your resonance, all of that, that's working in integrity. The way that your voice just sounds, it's unique timbre that just comes through when everything is really lined up and everything is really clean. The roadblock that I see for this authentic voice, I think one of them is that people don't really know what it should sound like. And so they envision a certain voice in their mind, like this ideal voice, and then they just try to emulate this ideal voice. Another thing is that there's strain in the voice. There's pushing, there's pulling, there's a lack of support, a lack of consistent support. And that just creates this false voice. And then people think like, okay, I'm having trouble. I'm having trouble with my range. I'm having trouble with breathiness. I'm having trouble with all of these things without realizing that they haven't yet uncovered their instrument in kind of its neutral position. So this leads me to my next point. The second mistake that I see is singers not realizing that it's all connected, that the integrity of the instrument is important, that all of the issues that you run into with your voice all come down to the same thing, that the voice is not quite connected. And this means that you're doing some things that are manipulating the voice instead of freeing the voice. So you don't think it's all connected. You think like, okay, well, I sound really good when I do this song, but when I go to do this song and the range is a little bit higher, I sound bad. Or you think, well, I'm really good with vibrato, without realizing that you're pushing your vibrato. And then you run out of energy, you start to get strain, things don't feel good. Again, it's connected with this inconsistency. Like you never really know what you're going to get when you go to sing. You never really know if it will be good or if it will be okay or if it's just going to sound bad. Understanding that this is all connected, all of the issues that you run into are all connected, starts with uncovering that authentic voice, and then building the foundation from there. And one of the first things that I see that people can work on often is their resonance. So I've done a video on resonance, which you can go check out. Resonance means that your voice is vibrating through the chambers of your body and through the external chambers thereafter. So it's resonating in your chest, it's resonating in your throat, it's resonating in your face, in your head, in all of the cavities of your body. There's this natural vibration that's happening, this warmth, this color. If you can find that resonance and be consistent with it, then you're going to see that your tone is going to improve. Your pitch is going to improve. Your vocal cords are going to be connected. Everything is going to work as it should. You're going to see that your range is going to improve, that your vibrato is going to improve. So I think starting fundamentally with resonance is something that people can think about and really take that seriously before you jump around and try to do everything at once. It's all connected. So start with the resonance. Start with finding that natural warmth, color, tone, oscillation in your voice, the feeling of music inside of your body, the feeling of connection and of natural vibration, and then work from there. So just a little exercise that you can do. I'm here on A major, so you can just go and feel the warmth. And then go down. And keep going down and try to really access a chest resonance. And also you'll feel like a mouth resonance. You'll feel the buzzing around your lips and within the chamber of your face. So just try and find that and just keep practicing these hums and allowing things to linger. Like, don't worry about ending your note very quickly. Like, just allow things to just kind of stretch out. You can go as slowly as you'd like to. Just practice that over a few weeks and see how your voice changes. Number 3. Now, this is something that I see often in teaching music, the third thing, and also to let you guys know that I'm opening up my roster to a select number of serious students. So if you're interested, check out the pinned comment below. You can fill out an intake form and I will see if we are a good fit, if you're a good fit for my style, if I'm a good fit to help you with whatever it is that you're working on. So number 3, this is once you have figured out what your authentic voice is, what your voice sounds like consistently without pulling, without strain, without all of that jazz. Suddenly, you're focused on that technique, on the perfection of the delivery rather than the musical expression, rather than the artistry. This is the third major thing that I see. And I went through this myself. It was like, okay, I figured it out now. Everything is good. And then I go to do repertoire and everything just feels robotic. It's like I'm trying to deliver every single phrase perfectly, but the whole thing comes together feeling like it's lacking soul, like it's lacking musical expression. And ironically, it ends up taking away some points from my technique because there's like this strain that comes with the perfectionism. So suddenly my voice is tightening up when I'm going to do repertoire and things are just like coming undone. So this is a major pitfall that I see for more intermediate or advanced singers. They're really focused on the perfect vocal delivery. I'm going to give you an example. Let's take the song Ophelia by the Lumineers. I'm going to try and sing it perfectly. When I was younger, I should have known better. Okay, okay, so it sounds kind of pretty, it sounds kind of nice, but there's missing something in the vocal expression there. It's missing the emotion required to deliver the lyrics. It's missing service to the song. This is what it comes down to. Once you've mastered the fundamentals, once you feel like your voice is in a pretty good place, you want to then apply the principle of push and pull, of taking things out, of breaking some rules, of holding back on your vibrato a little bit, of playing with dynamics, singing more softly, singing sometimes more airily, not being so focused on the pronunciation, on singing through the vowel perfectly. I mean, this is important when it comes to pop music, right? Or any kind of indie, rock and roll, whatever it is. It's about those little imperfections that emote something more raw, and doing it in a way that's sustainable and that's not going to damage your voice. So still having the integrity of your instrument, but knowing how to play with it a little bit. So if I wanted to do that, I could deliver the line more like this. When I was younger, I should have known better. And I can't feel no remorse. And you don't feel nothing back. And that just feels to me more sincere. It feels more raw. It feels more authentic. And I'm not doing anything that's damaging the integrity of my instrument. I just understand my instrument so well that I'm able to play with the dynamics. I'm able to push and pull. I'm able to use my diaphragm in a different way. So you've got to master all those fundamentals. And then after, the solution to losing your artistry by becoming such a great singer is to know how to play around with things and serve the song, serve the instrumentals, serve the mood of the song, and not just appear to have the best voice ever when you're performing, when you're recording. So to sum it up, you first want to focus on the integrity of your voice, of your instrument, on finding that authentic voice that's uniquely yours. Then you want to remember that it's all connected. So really start nurturing that resonance, focusing on making that consistent, and then building everything up from there, from range to vibrato to everything else, building that from that point of connection, of resonance. And then the third thing that you want to do is that you want to serve the song. So once you've mastered everything, you want to remember that it's about the music as a whole and not just about the perfection of the delivery of your vocals. So let me know if any of this resonated with you guys. These are definitely things that I have been through and that I've learned. And so, as I said, I can help you if you're looking for a one-on-one kind of thing to help you go through these different things in a very personalized way. Check out the pinned comment. And also you can check out my video on resonance, my techniques playlist, warm-ups playlist, anything else that's going to help you for where you're at. Let me know in the comments below where you are at as a singer. What's your story? And I'll see you soon. And